Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome to something new. So, if you missed last night's stream, we actually finished Egypt and Origins. So tonight, we decided we would start Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered as a Platinum playthrough, as our main game, until the Siege of Paris DLC hits for Valhalla. Now, we did consider starting The Witcher, but the concern with starting The Witcher would be we wouldn't finish it before the Siege of Paris starts, and my biggest concern was starting a game and then leaving it to come back to it after Siege of Paris, which I didn't really want to do. So because of that, we decided, as we had this as a free game from the Odyssey Season Pass, this was our best option. So tonight we're going to start it. Now, I've always been adamant that I've played every single Assassin's Creed game and completed. So it's something I've prided myself on. But I don't think I've played this. And I thought I had. But I don't recognise the start. And I know it's been remastered, so there is a chance, obviously, the start is going to be a little bit different than normal. But I don't know, something tells me maybe I haven't. Maybe this will be completely new, which is never a bad thing. Tonight we get to have a look and try it out, see what we think. For those of you that haven't played it before, it's a chance to see some gameplay before you do it yourself. And for those of you who have, any tips would be massively welcome. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of advertising. I have also noticed, and I found this out last night when we were streaming, so how many people it tells me are watching isn't a correct number, as there were more people commenting than the numbers it was telling me were there, which tells me there are some issues with the YouTube live window thing majig that I look at. So yes, so the plan is so I'm trying to type and talk, and it's where I struggle. Well, I am going to do a little bit of advertising. I've been evening streams. I don't generally do any real advertising for, but I keep getting moaned at for not. So I'm going to do a little bit. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. As I say at the start, I know what the YouTube live bit that I look at for the chat and everything isn't correct. I've noticed that. I'm going to get us off this screen in a second because it's extremely loud at my end. I'm going to turn the music down because I can barely hear myself. Okay, I need to finish doing a couple of bits, bear with me a second. What have we got? Settings. Is that it? That's my settings. Okay. So we've got Assassin's Creed Liberation Remastered and Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. I'll press something. I was hoping it would enable me to turn the music off. I didn't think it would actually go in. There we go. I think so. We actually have more than one game here by the looks of things. It looks like we have Liberation Remastered as well. I'm pretty sure Liberation's after. So we've got a few different things to do. There we go. I'm hoping I'm able to turn down the sound. Because I could not hear a thing. Okay. That's one. I just need to do one more, and then we can crack on. Perfect. Right, let us have a look. I definitely need to change some settings off the bat. We always do a couple of tweaks. Subtitles be on, as always. It's a very white screen. Okay, so the actual Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered is a bundle. I wasn't aware of this. Effects, voice, music. Right, music can go down. I will take music off. The reason for music, blood is on, subtitles is on. Yeah, font size normal, font color white, background. I don't know. We'll keep obviously blood on. It's nice to have the option. And effects and voice will keep on as normal. It's just the music I want off. So, okay. I'm not going to change any of these. HUD. Okay. All. Weapons, tools. Yeah, we play. I don't mind playing everything on. That's not an issue. Just the HDR settings. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's actually fine. It was just the music I needed to get rid of. So, the Assassin's Creed Remastered, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, is part of the Season Pass of Odyssey, which is where we got it from when we did the Odyssey DLC. And with that, I assumed it was just Assassin's Creed 3 on its own. It isn't. You have Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, you have Assassin's Creed Liberation Remastered, and the DLC is also included The Tyranny of King Washington. So there's actually quite a bit here, but we shall start, as you mean to go on, with the story. As I say, I am aware, I think there are some issues with YouTube. It isn't telling me how many people are watching any one time. It tells me likes, but I'm assuming it's correct. The chat is on. I'm hoping it's working. If it isn't, then someone can let me know on Discord. But I believe it should be. So let's start. Let's begin. As I say, I thought I've always said I've played every single game. Turn music off. But currently, it's running through a story on the bottom by the looks of it. all like William Miles and how one decision would cost him his life. As the Templars, as the enemy. As I say, I'm pretty sure I'd played every Assassin's Creed, but do not, for the life of me, remember this. So maybe I missed this somewhere along the lines. Something I've always prided myself on is I've played and completed all of them. And I kind of feel like I'm missing something with this one. Now, I'm assuming there's not meant to be any sound at this point. There's probably music. Because I turn the music off, which does also help with the copyright issues. I would assume that's what's missing. So it's talking about how William Miles saw through his ancestors' eyes and then trained via that. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. Yeah, maybe me turning the music completely off. I'm assuming some music should play at this point when it's this little story at the bottom. I am just going to double check the chat is working. Only because I'm getting likes but no chat, which is a bit weird. We have sound. So yeah, it just seems the story was lack of sound. Right, the chat is working. Weirdly my thumbnail's not. No, it is. Perfect. What happened there? So we're in the back of a car, currently. I'm assuming we are Desmond. No? Who?
We're here.
That's William Miles. I cannot for the life of me remember any of this, so maybe I haven't.
Let's go.
Right. This is us. We're somewhere. It's a bit different to the RPGs that we know nowadays. Obviously, the older Assassin's Creed games, a little bit more linear and different in how they play. It's definitely something we've got to get used back to again. There's a little bit of graffiti here. Is there a reason we're waiting? There we go. And that is the orb. Apple of Eden, by the looks of it. If you're unfamiliar with the early Assassin's Creed games, this is a good one to check out.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Okay. He keeps swapping around. This looks familiar. This looks like the kind of ruins we found in Odyssey, as the door to Atlantis.
I think we're here.
Now, I am aware we probably should play these in a different order. Whoa! The light came off us and came down separately. We should really play these in a different order to what we have. But the first Assassin's Creed you can no longer play on PS4. I think you have to. It's PS3 only, as far as I'm aware. Ezio collection you can buy. So obviously the modern day story won't make massive amount of sense without the others. Although it'd be good to see some of it, and I'm sure we can work it out as we go along. Movement's a bit different to the RPGs. That's evident straight away. And the RPGs relied less on modern day stuff. There's a lot less modern day stuff in the most recent Assassin's Creed games, or Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. There is a Platinum trophy. I haven't looked at trophies, but there is one. We will aim to get it. I'm assuming it'll be a bit harder than the RPGs. But a completely different start from what we're used to for the other games. Or the most recent ones anyway. But this is how they used to all start.
The key. You must find the key.
Son? Sir.
I think the bleeding effect is taken over a little bit, isn't it?
Here we go again.
So we are Desmond. So in Valhalla, we've obviously seen Desmond.
Do you hear us?
Obviously we saw Desmond quite late on
What
in
happened?
Valhalla.
The temple triggered a bleeding effect.
There we go.
collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
It's definitely
Okay,
a lot
Desmond, while
slower
you were,
start.
Visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
Okay.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
So green icon designates a destination or an interaction. So all green icons are destination or interaction. We can hold R2 to run.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
So hold R2 to start climbing and use L to move while climbing. So there's no X, it's just L2 to start and then you just use the L trigger. But it's R2 to start, so he has to run up. It's different to what we're used to. And then you just use the left stick. Pick your destinations.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course.
Okay, we've got a free run through the obstacle course. Hold L2 and L to free run. I'm keep pressing X and I don't actually need to press X, but I'm so used to pressing it when it comes to climbing. But it is basically hold L2. R2, sorry. And Desmond will free run.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
Okay, the optional objectives, obviously we should be doing along with the main objectives. That way you're going to complete more of the memories. So we've done the optional objective, now we just need to kill the last guy.
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
And here we just have to jump. Should be a case of hold R2 and press X. So you do need... Did I fail? I think. I don't think I could make the jump. Leap over the marker. That's interesting. Okay. Died again. So we were free running, and obviously there's a jump there that I've missed the timing for. So you do need to press X, but it's more for big jumps. Like that. And then here, there is a jump. Yeah, it's a little bit different, control-wise.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Our first trophy, Rude Awakening, already done. I'm assuming that's for the tutorial mission. Right. We are now dressed in the time of year that we're going to be going into. There is a marker straight ahead. As the world is kind of appearing in front of us. Got no weapons currently. I can see anyway.
Sir? Sir? Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
So we're
Don't forget your
hyphen.
invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
So obviously the optional objectives are important if we're going to go for the platinum. So we want to try and do as many as we can during the mission. I know if you miss one, I think then you have to go back and do the whole thing all over again. Which we'll do at the end.
Please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Graphically, obviously it'll be very different to what we're used to. We've got a new email received, we've got to leave the Animus to read it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
We've got to find a seat, that's the objective. There's no optional objectives. We can walk quicker. This is an opera house.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
My apologies.
We are finding a seat. I'm just trying to find one. There we go. And we have a seat at the opera.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
Press L3 to trigger Eagle Vision. So the controls are completely different, so we've got to really pay attention to controls.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
The ladder there.
I already have.
So we need to find a way to that box top right. By the look sounds of it, and we're gonna find a seat, find a secluded area to climb. So there is one to the right, to be fair.
1,000 pardons. So sorry. My apologies.
Up we go. Okay. Sounds like we've got to go along. Well, I'm amazed no one's seeing us, to be fair, considering where we're climbing. Right, we're going up. You would honestly think someone in one of the boxes opposite or someone nearby would have seen us. Not by the sounds of it. I think this is where we're climbing off. Find a way backstage. So obviously this is our Eagle Vision. We can pick the lock. So we have to rotate L to locate and hold the tension angle. Rotate R. Okay, that's an interesting lock picking. I'm assuming we're going to be doing that a little bit as we go along. This is proper old school assassin though, to what it used to be. Okay, I'm assuming we've got to find a way across. Now my thinking is we can probably swing. We couldn't swing as easy as I thought we could.
A little dodge courage will put a bloom in your cheek.
Okay. Huh. It's climbing is completely different to what we've done recently. Right, we've made it across the backstage though. And I think this is the guy we're actually after.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
There we go. It's been witnessed though. So we did it, but it was witnessed. Exit the Opera House is our next port of call. I'm just checking on something just because it seems a bit odd. Right, we just got to exit. That's all we've got to do.
Stateside balcony! Hurry!
Come, please!
That man there! Seize him! But I've done no wrong. I swear a man was killed in the upper balconies.
Someone was killed in the upper balconies. Obviously, they found the body. They actually think we can hold X to walk quicker and push people out of the way. I don't know if we'd want to walk quicker, because isn't that going to give away the fact we're trying to leave in a hurry?
It happened right in that balcony. What are those men doing in there? I'm staying where it's safe. Order! We must have order! Move! Imbecile!
People are all trying to get out. No one wants to be at a scene of a murder.
Where are you going?
The ushers are checking people. They're avoiding us currently though. So far so good.
I need to get out. Too close.
And there's a door. So have we got? I think we've got away with it. They were stopping others. There we go. Target eliminated. So the controls for climbing are very different.
Rather dull, truth be told.
But that was to be expected, and we haven't even learned to fight yet, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be completely different.
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
That looks like a code inside it.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key, and if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge, perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
Hello, Gaming. How are you?
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen.
I was saying at the start of the stream
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
I've always prided myself on playing every Assassin's Creed game and finishing them.
That's all right. It suffices for a
I
start.
don't recognise this.
That is why we've called
I don't
you
know.
here,
The reason I've
We'd
got
like for
myself
you to
in
travel
chat
to America, locate the storehouse, and
was
take possession of
because
its
I didn't think chat was working. I was getting likes, but no one was saying anything in chat, so I had to check it was working. But yeah, I don't know, to be fair.
Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor.
So we are being
Them at
sent
your side,
to the Americas.
want for nothing.
Well,
do you remember playing this game?
Best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
So that was sequence 1. Mission complete, 100%. We have played it full synchronization. And that's the aim. That's the difference between this and Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins. It's all about synchronization. You haven't played it? Oh, wow. See, I always thought I played every one, but I don't remember any of this. But we haven't just got this. So part of the Odyssey DLC Season Pass thing, we got Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, Assassin's Creed Liberation, and the DLC. That's alright gaming, as long as everything's alright. But we are heading to the Americas by the looks of things. But no, if you've got stuff you got to deal with, like gaming, that's fine. Not a problem. Right. So the Animus database is obviously everything we know. And we have obviously got an email, but we need to leave the Animus to read it. The database is everything we've seen and done. Currently it's 2% complete. Yeah, there's only a very few amount of things in here currently. Although we know about how do we know about Ezio? Because that's obviously who Miles used previously in Altair. So yeah, there's only a few bits of information currently in there. What else we got? We've got notifications, we've got Animus database, DNA tracker. The idea is to get 100%, and obviously we've got the Animus training center. But it's all about synchronization, unlike the RPG era. So this is currently our ship that we are travelling on.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. No, you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence.
I was going to say, they're planning something by the sound of it.
To your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought.
I think we're about to learn combat.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
Okay, we're about.
Stay out of this.
We're about to learn combat.
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
So you have to hold O
if the captain sees
to start it.
Captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on anyway?
That's the way to fight. We countered, we blocked, countered, and then knocked out.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No, but you should be.
We are.
Do you yield?
Never!
Hey, he's fighting dirty.
Like these odds.
Disarm an opponent. So we just disarmed him.
What's the meaning of this? Captain.
It's a very quick
Explain yourself at once, Mr.
tutorial
Kenway.
combat.
These thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain. How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about.
Captain's not too
A
pleased.
word, please, Mr. Kenway.
But yeah, so combat Obviously,
I nearly
attack, punch
forgot. There's your knife back.
is square. O is to counter. Also, if you hold it, it highlights the person you're going up against. And if you counter an X, you can disarm. And
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway.
counter and square is a knockout, or in theory.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Well, they do. That's what they were talking
Really?
about.
What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what
He's got
will
a point.
it be?
If the crew mutiny,
If what
there's
you
no
say is
guarantee
true, what
that we'll
other
get to where
choice
we're
do I
going.
have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself.
Hyphen
Are we understood?
is a very intimidating character by the looks of things.
Good day.
We're on day 28 of our voyage and we're in the Atlantic Ocean.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
Looks like we're going to have to try and help the captain. So we've got to investigate the crew. And we've also got to limit our health loss.
Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
You're not having second thoughts, are you?
I know it needs to be done, but...
What?
Love a wife and 2 daughters. What if it goes wrong?
Alright, we can interact.
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
He's got a point. On a ship, it's the doctor or the cook.
Keeps his face hidden too, so we can't see him watch it.
Quiet! Here it comes. Make like you're working.
They're normally the people you want to be talking to because everyone else shares their secrets with.
Doctor, if you have a moment.
Have you taken ill?
Oh, nothing like that. I was wondering if you'd heard any rumblings of trouble aboard.
What sort of trouble?
Unusual complaints or grievances? Men taking issue with the captain or
You
the
sound
passengers?
just like James. Like I told him, I've been much too busy with my research to notice anything not work-related.
And where might I find James?
The galley's your best bet. Now, if you'll excuse me...
He wasn't really much help, was he? So this limit to 10% health loss is still ongoing. I think we took a punch in the first fight. I'm assuming that's okay.
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me.
So we have to follow James.
Know what you want to know.
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to.
We know what they're up to. They're going to mutiny.
It bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
That's all we wish to. Right, we need to look for clues at the stern. So they've been meeting in the upper deck. So we need to head to the upper deck and see if we can find any clues. It's so different playing an old school Assassin's Creed compared
Evening,
to what
sir.
we've done a lot recently. I'd
How
say
are
it's very
things?
linear.
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that?
What was that?
What are they throwing overboard?
Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
That seems a bit odd, doesn't it? Someone's throwing some of the cargo. Obviously something's about to happen. We know that they're trying to mutiny.
He's a shifty fella. Won't hardly take his hat off. Keeps his face.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should
Okay.
feast on lamb and wine.
This is the barrel. This is one of the ones we saw thrown out. Good evening, Kathy. How are you? We'll say this is very different to what we used to recently. They've got X's on them. They've been marking the barrels, which means normally that would say they're expecting someone to be following them.
Most curious.
But yeah, completely different to what we used to. It's very linear, which was how Assassin's Creed was. And we did find that with the Odyssey DLC, the Odyssey Season Pass, you don't just get this. You get Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. We also got Assassin's Creed Liberation and the DLC for this as well. So it's more than one thing to do within the whole boat extras.
Any news? Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another.
So dropping painted barrels has been going on for 4 days.
Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
I'm not too bad, thank you. My ankle is playing up somewhat rotten, but other than that, I'm alright, thank you. Hope your weekend's going well so far. Not very much. You missed the tutorial at the start.
She's making ready to fire!
So what's happened so far is we did the tutorial. We are Desmond Miles, and we are in the Animus. After getting to a location that triggered the bleeding effect, we are Hyphen. Desmond is seeing things through Hyphen's eyes. We assassinated someone in an opera house, and now we've been sent to the Americas
Now return to your
to find the key.
or do I need to have you escorted?
But there's a mutiny on the boat against the captain. He's asked for help with noticing painted barrels being thrown overboard. And he's now locked us out under.
Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard.
Graphically, obviously, there is a big difference.
But it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
So he's a Templar.
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor.
So this is proper old school Templars.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
We did do combat earlier. Now we have a sword though, at least. He actually gave us a sword to fight him with. Seems a little bit weird, but okay. It looks like we're fighting. Now, because this is old school, obviously... Oh, I didn't block. I disarmed him instead. Oh, he's still attacking. Well, he got us that time. Disarmed him. Oh, he blocked. So combat is very different. Go for the disarm again. He's dead. So combat is extremely different to what we're used to.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
They want us.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
You'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
It is very different. Controls
All
are
right.
extremely different. Graphically, obviously, it's going to be a lot older. I'm not even exactly sure when it first came out. I can't currently look because things happen quite quickly. 2012. This originally came out.
We need those ropes secured.
But yeah, the controls are completely different to what we're used to. It's very linear.
I'll fix your sail for you.
It's very finicky, and obviously, it's all about synchronization, and that's important. You've got to try and complete everything in a mission, all the optional objectives as well, to try and gain 100% synchronization. It reminds me so much of playing the old school first Assassin's Creed. It really does. Which isn't a bad thing. It's just we've played a lot of the modern ones, and they're just very different. Right, we need to get up top. I am pressing the X to walk quickly. I keep pressing buttons that I don't want to press because I'm so used to doing certain things. Origins, Odyssey and Valhalla, the controls are fairly similar for all three, and these are completely different. Rope's just broken. We need to get down and fix that rope. There you go, let's fix the rope. Third one.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Hate them! You take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
I'm assuming we need to go up. So obviously climbing is very different as well. It's all left stick controls. I think I go up this way. Need to get across to this side of the rigging by the looks of it. Okay, I didn't think he was going to climb up because we need to get down there. There we go. Deploy the sail. Yeah, I need to remember R2 to start climbing rather than X. But then you still need X for big jumps. That's not good.
Hurry! I can't hold
We've got to rescue James very quickly as well. We've got him. I think we've done it in the time limit.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And the other ship is gaining. Ah, no, the other ship's been destroyed in the storm. But yeah, the optional objectives, if you want 100% completion, the optional objectives are important, and if you want the platinum, you do have to go and replay the whole mission if you miss one slight objective. I think we've cleared it all so far. I think we did limit our health loss to less than 10%, and we did rescue James in the time frame. So I think so far so good. So we survived the storm. The ship that was following us, instigated by Mills, we've dealt with. We rescued one of the crew, and we've made it through the storm. Are we near the Americas? That's the question. It looks like it. Yeah, we did with 26 seconds remaining for rescuing James. So we managed it, luckily. We've got to meet the captain at the bow.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Okay, looks like we're going up to the crow's nest. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, just because of what we're used to doing normally. But it's nothing that we can't get used to. We've played these previously, the old iterations of Assassin's Creed, so we'll get there. Our Hyphen is a proper old school assassin. And if you haven't played many of the early Assassin's Creed games, I would suggest watching this or playing it yourself to understand why people complain about the modern day stuff and saying the lack of assassins in it ruins it. The story in these is very assassin based, whereas the RPG era isn't. I still enjoy the RPG ones massively. Did we do it? We did. 100% completion. That's what we was after. Full synchronization. It's all about full synchronization at every opportunity. I know we've got an email we can't, until we leave the Animus, we can't access it. We gained $2,800 and something, I think, by the looks of it. But I think we've made it to the Americas. Sequence 1 is complete, is now sequence 2. I think I said 1724 a year. It is going to be very different to what we know.
Help you? Charles Lee, sir. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... Well, at least until he arrives, I thought...
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Kind of you to say.
Bloody hell!
But I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
Thief! Someone stop him!
I don't think... I was going to say, should we give chase, but I don't think we can. The whole point is just to follow Charles Lee. I did consider giving chase to the person who stole an apple.
Boston's quite a lively city.
But I'm assuming
There's all manner
then...
of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
So I think Hyphen...
Need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
Hyphen, I believe, may be the first assassin in America. I could be completely wrong, but I believe that's the case. Right, we've got to find the general store now. The Reds are obviously guards. We want to stay away from them. This is the markets. We've got to watch out for pickpockets as well. They're beggar children wanting us to give them money, obviously. Alright, looks like the shop is over this way. Let's do a little bit of parkour across. Right, okay. We at least got rid of the children that way.
Damn sprigs. This accursed city will be the death of me.
Benjamin Franklin. Now, if you know your history, you'll know of Benjamin Franklin.
I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Hatham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose.
That's who you thought he was.
You seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages,
so we've already got a side quest.
Look, I'm not sure if
It's all right.
And that is to find the missing pages throughout the game.
If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it,
so I'm assuming that's one of the collectibles.
General store over there.
Well,
so at least it gives you a reason to find a collectible. So that makes a lot of sense. Collect 4 pages for his almanac. Okay, we do need to go in the shop. This guy's got a letter. I can't speak to him. He's got a letter above his head. That's why I wondered. Open door. I wonder if we could do something because he's got a letter. Right, we're in the general store. We can trade. What can we buy? What can we... I don't know what we need to buy, to be honest. Obviously weapons and firearms. Let's have a look. So we can buy a normal sword, which is what we need. This blade is useful to settle matters quickly and effectively when close combat occurs. Its noiseless approach makes it reliable under any weather conditions, especially when black powder is dripping wet and unusable. So if it's raining, obviously the old muskets and things like that wouldn't work because the powder gets wet. The guard is wide and protects the wielder's hand. Sometimes it may also be used to punch the opponent. You can use the guard that goes over your hand to punch the opponent. So it tells you the stats are combo 3, speed 4, damage 2. Obviously we need one. And it can parry. It's costing us $700 for that. No, actually it's in pounds, so actually £700. And then firearms, we have a flintlock pistol. It's £2,000, but it's short range. Rate of fire 6 and long range is 3, so it's probably a middle range kind of gun pistol. The flintlock pistol has a better accuracy at short range and is thus less powerful than the musket. However, it's more comfortable in a fight than on a battlefield and easier to wield, offering more versatility. Because of the time it takes to reload after every single shot, many people carry 2 or more pistols at the same time. Try crafting a pistol sheath with 2 holsters to add and carry a second pistol. So there is going to be crafting involved, so we can carry 2 pistols. So we've now got ourselves a flintlock pistol and a sword. There we go. We can exit the shop and then equip the weapons we have just bought. Right, so hold R1 to open the weapon wheel. This is the first time we've done this. And we can unarmed hidden blade. Obviously a hidden blade's already on. So in our left hand we can assign it. So that's equipped. And then our tools, we have throw money, horse whistle, flintlock pistol. Obviously it has got a certain amount of bullets, so we have to be aware of that. Press left in a direction to add weapons tools to the quick inventory. Only one weapon can be there. There is a dice game as well. A lot of this obviously we can't do for the time being. We need to wait until we're further in to find out. Essential Boston letters. That's a mission. Right, we need to get on the horse. There's no point in starting other missions yet. A lot of this will come back and do because you'll be coming back here. Currently, there's still a little bit. This is still a bit of tutorial. Right, we need to follow Lee to the Green Dragon
Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not
where we're staying.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I
try not
should
to hurt anyone, but they're all in the way.
Saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause, and you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
Yeah, this is still part of the tutorial, I would assume. That's why the weapons and stuff. So I've got to remember that I've put left is the sword, right is the pistol. For when we need to use them. Obviously we have a hidden blade anyway. This looks to be the inn. There we go. New weapon in shops. A French rapier is now available in the shop. And a hanger sword. So there is, we've already gained new weapons. Obviously you need the money to buy them. And this is where we're heading in, I think.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
This way.
So yeah, we've gained there's a new weapon available in the shop as well. French cutlass, a cut-toe sword, whatever that is. So we're gaining all these things. Smoke bombs we can now buy once we have enough money. There's still an email. We've only got £150 left though. I think it'll be a while before we buy anything new at the minute. Pardon me.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Okay.
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
So not even time to have a quick nap. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. So, our main quest is to follow Lee. Who I think is already outside, actually, looking at that. So yeah, there's not even time to have a nap after a long journey. We're straight into business. But yeah, it's extremely different. Controls are going to take a little bit of getting used to. Especially the fighting. And we haven't even fired a pistol yet. Which we haven't touched a gun in Assassin's Creed for a while. Although a bow and arrow should be pretty similar, I would have said. Where are we now? This isn't where we came out. Okay, I'm massively confused. That wasn't where we came out. I think it's taken us to the place where the mission is already. We came out of the building, was meant to follow Charles Lee, and we're completely somewhere else. And I haven't seen a map yet. Magic. Yeah.
Thomas Hickey?
It's the lack of it's the lack of
Is that supposed to mean something?
free exploration, isn't it? There is some.
Peace,
you do get a bit of it.
William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
Don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Can hear gunshots.
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout, take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in.
Okay.
We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened.
So we have to sneak him and kill the lookout. Kill mercenaries using fire. We've got to kill 10 mercenaries. Shoot lookout guard at the top of the cliff and follow Charles Lee as our. So hold L2 to aim. And while holding it, we need to. Why can't I move? I can't adjust my aim. It is simple. You hold L2 and press R2 to shoot.
Get into position, but wait for me to take the first shot.
Okay. He's also got to reload it. Oh, we can loot. Hang on. No, it gives us the option to loot, but it won't actually loot anything. I think we can pick up weapon though. We now have a new weapon.
You two, clear off.
I don't know how many bullets. It's got a few bullets.
You two,
obviously. We need to shoot the people that's down there. I can aim a bit better now.
Go on now, for you make us mad.
Press triangle to reload. The reload takes a while, I'll give you that. Right, I think that's one there, isn't it? No. Where have they gone now? They are there. So there's more weapons here. I can swap weapon if I want to. I think they ran off, didn't they? I don't think they stayed. Very slow reload, but then it's realistic to the guns. We've got to reach the courtyard. I'm assuming I'm not welcome here would be my thinking, to be fair. Because he was kind of hiding there. I think these are our guys. I actually went to shoot one of our guys then.
So much for the element of surprise.
Reinforcements!
Oi! Ape them! Shoot them before they reach us!
I'm trying
Use
to.
those spare muskets and you won't have to reload.
Oh. I press one bum. So you can use the musket as a yeah, you can use the musket. It's got a spear on it. There we go. That's the way to do it. I think we killed him. No, it got a bit hectic.
Fall back!
I'm very. The combat's so different. I was trying to shoot more, but
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
yeah, the weapons they take a long time to reload. I'm assuming as time goes up, you will get quicker guns that reload quicker. But it is you've actually got to drop the powder in, flush it down, put the bullet in, push that down, bit of wadding on top, and then you can use it.
On with the show then.
currently reloading. We need to kill another 7 mercenaries using firearms as an optional objective currently. So there is. I don't know if there's any more to kill in here, is there? No, I think we just
Guess they
retrieved it.
wasn't so safe inside after all.
We just blew them all up, to be fair. Yeah, the optional objective, obviously, you want to do them as we go. Otherwise, we're going to have to come back and do them.
Save your looting for after we've...
Alright, we've picked up what we came for. And there's a guard behind, or a couple of guards.
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
He's got that voice that you kind of want to listen to, doesn't he? So you can perform a reflex shot and disarm. So if I disarm, I can then shoot. It's him down. Because they kill the others. I was trying to shoot because I know we need to kill a certain amount. So if you're close enough, you can do a reflex shot.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
I think it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to these controls.
Well, those days are done.
We found the optional objective.
I said as much.
I think because we didn't shoot 10 people. So I don't know how it's going to work.
Who should I say you are?
You don't. They'll know.
Yeah, but he's definitely got that voice, hasn't he, that you listen to.
Atham! This one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
So yes, the optional objective is still there.
So many had to die.
So we can loot.
Terrible tragedy, that.
I wanted to loot. There we go.
Back to the Green Dragon, then. I need a drink.
Hang on, let me loot everyone. Do not let them lose more than half their health. And we need to kill people with firearms. Okay. I'm assuming my gun...
Don't let go of the chest, Charles.
It's still loaded.
Take care of this rabble.
Look at those guys running around all over me shop.
Right, he's down.
Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
So I think we killed one person with the firearm. I can't see us completing this optional objective that easily. I can't move camera either. Considering how many people we've got to shoot. I think mine is reloaded now. Right, we can run to catch up to these two. But yeah, we definitely haven't done the optional objective because we didn't shoot enough people. Unless more turn up. Yeah, where are they coming from? I'm still reloading.
Thomas! Over there, that's what! Deal with them!
Right, that will have a shot in it at least. I'm assuming that's a guard. Right, I couldn't shoot him whoever it was. Reload. Yeah, we are being shot at. Sorry now? Depends on distance, I think. Right, that's 5 done. Right, you two guys wait here a second. Hello, Super Colby, how are you? Obviously, picking up a different weapon would be a lot easier.
I hope whatever's in this chest is worth it.
Come on now.
Let's drop weapon.
It's just a few fools.
I'm going to pick up his weapon.
They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
Although, actually, no, let's use our weapon, shall we? No, that one. Reload. So how are you, Super Colony? So yeah, I'm hoping we get attacked more because we've still got 4 more people we need to kill. We are being attacked more. Where are they? They're ahead of us. Out of my way. Another one down. Has he done it? I don't know if he's done it.
Look at those badgers running around all levels and shoved.
I would like to take their weapons, to be fair, because that's actually what I need. I think they've killed them all. I need to shoot people for this objective. That's the problem. Right, there's one there. So he's down. Swap weapon. Still, I still need to kill 2 more with guns. He shot me. Right, he's down. I need to shoot 1 more with a gun. And if we drop weapon, let's reload my weapon. There's 2 guards left. 1 more. We've done the optional objective. As long as these 2 don't lose much more health. Oh, definitely, I'd enjoy Black Flag. It's just this was part of the DLC we had from Odyssey. We got this with it, and while we're waiting for the Siege of Paris DLC to come out, I thought this would be something we could have a go at and see, and go back a little bit old school. But we've done the optional objective of 10 mercenaries. Just going to go back undercover while I'm waiting to reload. Right, we're good to go. But yeah, reloads are obviously slow, but then that's realistic to the time. Didn't kill him. We're too far away, I think, and that's why it's not killing him in 1 shot. Right, he's shot now, so he'll be reloading. So always got to wait for them to shoot, and as soon as they've shot, you know you can shoot.
Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
Right, I think we've cleared all optional objectives as well, which was the main aim. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. But yeah, this is very old school. Yeah, Black Flag will do that one day. It is definitely on the list of games I want to play. And actually plan them, which will take a while because of the insane amount of collectibles in Black Flag.
No. Tell me what it is you need.
So we've got for our first gunfight at least. It's very different on controls, and we haven't used a gun in Assassin's Creed for a very long time.
Are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do.
The story's interesting though.
Thomas!
Being sent to the Americas.
What? Rent yourself a room.
But yeah, the gunfire and the gunplay, you've got to be very... One shot, you've got to get cover, you've got to start using your sword instead. Because it takes so long to reload. Right, what did we do? 100% synchronization. All optional objectives secure. That's all we can ask for, isn't it? Right, there's a couple of things in here. We need more shot. It's one of the things we need. So there is a mission there, obviously. But I think that's where we've got to head next. The other thing is keep an eye on the top right corner because it does highlight things there. It looks like our mission is actually back up here. I don't think we have anything else. I'm trying to see if... Yeah, there's nothing else. We've got to find the first civilization site. That's all there is. I don't know... I didn't think about it. Where's the save point? Let's quit. That's quit and return to the present. List all notifications. So this tells us if required. It's a database currently. DNA tracker, so we're 4% into the game. Options? I don't think it's in options. No, it's not there. Where is the save point? So we can access the training centre to lose to learn assassin skills. I'm actually just looking up how we save, because I always get concerned if I can't do it. So the game auto saves. That's it. So we're back. So we're back to auto saves. There is no manual save. I hate auto save, mainly because I'm always worried it won't do when we want it to do. Right, I believe this is the mission we need to pick up. It's next on the list. Combat is simple. I think once you get a hang of the controls, yes. I'm not used to pressing square X and triangle, square X, circle and triangle, because we're so used to R1, R2.
Daddy needs a drink.
So yeah, combat is simple, a lot more simple than the recent games, but it's taken a little bit of getting used to.
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Okay. So Thomas thinks we should go and rescue some natives.
Afraid not.
Benjamin Church will. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
So we have our next quest. And obviously there are other quests as well. I don't know if we can actually see current quests. It just says sequence 2 is sent to the American colonies to recruit allies and find a hidden. But there's nothing else there. It doesn't give us any other information at this point. I'm not entirely sure what the dice is down here. I'm assuming it's a game you can play. You can play a game. We will have a look at that at some point. I'm assuming there'll be a trophy. Because we're not looking at trophies yet. It's normally end game. It is more than likely a trophy. Right, have we actually exited where we went in? I think we have. As last time we hadn't. So we've got the surgeon there. That's the next mission. Let's have a look. Yeah, once we get used to combat. No, we didn't actually exit where we came out of the building. We were actually somewhere else in town completely. It fast travels for us.
Wonderful.
That's one way to do it, just kick the door in.
Charles?
Sir?
To be fair, we've picked a lock previously. We could have just picked a lock.
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him.
There's something written on the back of that.
Come.
Oh, it's just the way it looks.
I'll show you how.
I thought it was something written on the back, but it's not. It's just the way it looks. Right, orange markers indicate caution. These targets must not be killed. So any orange markers, you must not kill. Okay, so for that, eavesdrop Ben Church's neighbour's conversation. I can't remember how to change my weapon wheel. Well, it's not letting me do it. So this is definitely a feature of the old school. You have to be close enough to listen to the conversation without them catching you there. This is a proper old school
Not our business to
mission you had to do previously.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and
So
during the day, no
you have to be
less.
aware of their detection. Fills of yellow means target suspicious. Once it is filled, the meter becomes red. move between two civilians to blend with them. So we can go between these guys and we can blend in.
Scandalous behavior
Admittedly,
from one who aims to be a
we aren't
servant.
blended in. Look how different we look.
If he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those in the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
Okay, so we eavesdrop, we'll climb the church and synchronise. So we're heading to the church. But yeah, the eavesdropping, we don't have it anymore in the RPG era of games. But it was used a lot in the older iterations,
I'm looking for Mr.
as we're
Church.
seeing now.
Mr. Benjamin Church.
Walk a bit faster. So we're heading to the church, and we've got to synchronise the church.
The news of our time.
I haven't seen a map yet either, so I don't know if we're going to have one or not. So I've no idea of where the church is completely, so we are going to try and guess our way there. There is a little mini map to the bottom left. And there is also, I can see red, which is guards. There's a whole battalion just walking through there. Right, I'm assuming that's the church ahead of us. I can run, to be fair. I still want to attract attention. That's the church spire. Blend in there. Right, we're climbing up. I'm assuming no one is going to complain when we start climbing. Might just want to have everyone seems to turn a blind eye when you climb up buildings, especially in the older games. You kind of get people react a little bit now, but still the same. You still do get away with it more than you probably should. Right, this is our first synchronization point, and no, we don't have a bird to use. Reaching high points helps reveal the map and locate points of interest. I haven't seen a map yet, so it'd be interesting. I love how he's standing on 1 foot on the top of that.
Time to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
Right, we need to eavesdrop on moving groups of guards and to listen to their conversations. And for the side missions, we need to we also need to make sure we don't get caught doing so. So there's a group, there's guards over there we've got to get close to. But yeah, we can't be seen eavesdropping. And all of their eavesdrops need to be successful for us to pass 100% of this one. Now I'm thinking, there's a climb point here. I'm wondering whether we need to go up. Yeah, no bird, unfortunately. It would be useful. Okay, there's a side bit coming up to the right here. There's also guards to the left we need to be near. We just need to find a way of being near to listen in, whilst being near people so we can't get caught. That's the important part. None of these can fail, otherwise it affects.
The area's definitely suffered a decline in character.
Indeed. All manner of Arifs and natty lads now walk the streets. Why, just earlier today I had a run-in with some.
Do tell.
I think we're
Down
safe.
by the church. A group of men comes rushing through when one of them suddenly falls to the ground, all torn up. I thought about going to see if he needed help, but a look from one of them changed my mind.
Probably for the best. Those aren't the sort of people you want to get mixed up with.
Okay, that was successful. And we've also got to eavesdrop on a moving group of guards. I haven't seen moving ones. I need a map to actually see. Yeah, the moving groups of guards I haven't actually seen, and I can't see a map either. It's an Animus database, which isn't a map. So I don't think I have a map, which does make navigating a little bit more difficult. But as I say, it is quite linear. There are stuff you can free roam a little bit, but generally it's a little bit more linear. The moving guards are really interesting because obviously we can't get caught eavesdropping. And we need to do a moving group as part of our side quest. For 100%. I want to go and sit on the bench. That's what we need to do.
I've asked the criers, but they all plead ignorance. Bugger that!
There we go.
They're lying. Aye. Well, what can I
They're not
do?
walking though, that's one we've got to find.
Them and I'll not deign to grovel.
The thing is, if we don't fulfill all the side objectives in the mission, once we can finish the game, to get the platinum, we'll have to replay the whole mission, start to finish, to get 100%.
It needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
Then forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
Alright. So far so good. We obviously need to eavesdrop on more conversations. There is a green area, so I'm assuming that's roughly where we need to be for next eavesdrop. Seems to be where it's taken us. But yeah, it's definitely paying attention a lot more to the mini-map in the bottom left. We have got options to kill, but obviously we don't want to kill anyone. There's another viewpoint here by the looks of things. I don't think that's the same one we did earlier. Right, we need a moving group of guards. I can see them moving. And we need this for one of the side quests. But there's two groups. It's doing this and not being seen is the hard part. Ideally, you need people nearby. I'm even fast walking to see if I can get close enough to start it.
So he says to church that one way or another the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man.
Right, we can't. We've got to stay back enough.
They're planning. All I know is it can't be good.
And they're not going to be suspicious of us.
A nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat tomorrow.
Good call, that.
There we go.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time.
Charles Lee is here.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It's a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was.
At least he's asking the question.
Perception is fundamental to the order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way.
So this is still a little bit of a tutorial because it's explaining how you do things. Now there is a viewpoint there, but again we've got to go with him to the waterfront. We've also got to remain undetected, as now the new side quest. Now I don't know if we ask him to wait and we go and synchronise. Right, we've asked him to wait. I'm thinking we go and synchronise while we're here. It's just then we know it's done. Because a lot of the maps on the left hand side I can't see. Whether it will be uncovered once we're walking, I don't know, but I just thought while we're here, having no proper map may... Oh, we can't... Oh, we go to the window then. May make things life difficult in trying to get all the collectibles, I know that much. Okay, it's telling us off for not being near our ally. I want to synchronise, and then we'll be back towards him. telling us off for being too far away from our ally, which I kind of get. Oh, okay. There we go. Follow. Come on, let's go. Off to the waterfront we go. So yeah, we can't be too far away from him. Obviously we've got to not be detected, which is the other thing. I'm assuming we can't get through there. Okay, I think there's a way this way. Well, there was a guard guarding here as well. I don't know how much Charles can parkour. I'm sure we can just walk past, to be fair. And he obviously has already asked us how we learned to eavesdrop and all that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming he can't parkour, so we've got to be a little bit careful what we're doing while he's following. So if we can't do it, we'll lose him, and if we lose him, we desynchronize. He also has a health bar, so I'm assuming that's quite important as well. Right, there's troops here, but I'm assuming we're okay to walk past them. I don't know where we can and can't go at this point. Obviously I don't want to start a fight for no reason. Okay, I'm assuming the waterfront is this red area surrounded by this green circle. And I'm assuming we can't be caught in the red area. That may be why it's saying do not be detected. Once we get there.
Careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them.
Right, the place is well guarded and we need to pass, and we can ask him to wait in a hiding spot. Okay. So the guards are there. I'm trying to work out our best way of doing this. Again, side quests is do not be detected. The minute we go past there, we will be detected. There's a guard right there. Now, I don't want to kill unnecessarily, as I think that will cause issues amongst itself. These guards are paying us no attention, that's all good. There's a guy there though, and I kind of want to take him out, but trying to work out our best option. Now we can tell him to wait. And we can go and deal with the guard and hope no one else is around. So I may get this completely wrong. So we'll ask him to wait for a minute. So I saw him start playing with his gun and that kind of worried me for a minute. Right, this is a restricted area. I can't air assassinate, I was hoping I could. Okay, them two guards nearly saw us there. And obviously this guy's going to see me. How do I deal with that then? Okay, let me think. Obviously there is an up and over. Oh, we failed the main mission, the optional objective. And our ally just got killed. As you can see, that went really well. Maybe I was trying to be really careful and I didn't see the other two guards walking towards where we were. So we're here,
See, Charles?
and we still need to get there.
Church in no time, just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was.
So we try again.
Deception is fundamental to the order. It It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking.
So yeah, we can tell him to wait. We just have to be a bit more careful, I think.
It transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way.
So yeah, there's something I'm gonna have to be a bit more careful than I was, and I thought I was being careful anyway, to be fair. Obviously not careful enough. The thing is, I thought shooting would have been too loud, was my thinking. And that was my concern, was we could shoot the guard, but would it alert others because how loud it was?
Well guarded. We need to slip past them.
Okay. I don't know if shooting obviously will help us. Now we know there's a guard here. He is literally there. And we know there are a patrol of 2 as well. That will come down here in a second. Now I don't know if shooting obviously alerts anyone else. Obviously hiding the body would help. What we'll do is wait for these 2 guards to walk past us. We're not in the red area. So we'll try this again. I'm going to wait for them to move past and then we'll attempt to shoot the guard. Hope it doesn't draw anyone else to us. But there is always that chance it will. Otherwise, if we get killed again, we'll try a different way in. But yeah, this isn't simple. Don't shoot him. I missed him. Alright, we're dead. To be fair, we want to die now because I've ruined the... Stay undetected. So I'm not really fighting back at this point. We want to die. They'll kill my ally because we've lost the mission. Come on. It takes them a lot for us to get them to attack us, doesn't it? It takes a lot for us to die, I've noticed. Last time they just shot my ally, and messed the mission up the way. But we messed the mission up by not being undetected. So my shooting plan, just reload checkpoint. I don't think you could. Oh, I can. Sorry, thanks for that. I didn't know you could reload your last checkpoint. Thank you very much for that, Super Colony. I didn't realise that was a feature. Right.
See, Charles?
So let's try this again.
Church in no time, just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was.
So we know that
perception is fundamental.
We've got to get past the guards without being seen.
When running and climbing, informs the hands when striking.
Obviously, Charles Lee is with us.
But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world.
Yeah, thank you for that, Super Club. I didn't even realise. Because we're so not used to playing a non-RPG Assassin's Creed. It's been a long time. Okay, so this is the area we need to be in. That's a red area we'll be aware of.
The place is well guarded.
And it is well guarded. And we need to get... I'm not too sure where. Right, there's guards on patrol there. They're in the red area. I'm going to stay out of the red area for the minute. I'm going to try and see if we can spot a way in. Again, I don't know if he can follow us. My concern is we could climb all the way around that. Looking at that. Trying to stay out of the restricted area. Right, where are we trying to get to? Because I can actually climb and swing round, but it's where he will stay. I can't get him to stay in here. Right, how do I get him to stay in there? We got to accompany him to the waterfront. So does that mean I think he has to stay with us, doesn't he? Because obviously I can find a way in for me, but I don't think he'll follow. He will follow. He is about to get detected, isn't he? No? He's managed to climb up the ladder and not get detected. Don't fall off. Thank you. He's with us. I honestly thought he was going to get detected then. Right. I didn't think he would actually follow us like that, but he did. Where is he now? Is he running alongside? No, he's up with us now. That actually worked a lot better than I expected. We're actually here. I didn't want to jump, but there we go. We made it.
Locked. I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
Okay. So we got there. But now we need to find the key. And obviously we've got to stay undetected as well. Which obviously makes this a little bit harder. Oh, I nearly went for an assassination then. Right. Do we think this guy has the key? Where's that guard's... I don't know if that guard's going to turn around or not. Obviously if he does, he's going to see us. He's coming back now. I might... If he walks through the bush, which I think he will, we'll assassinate him and see if we can pickpocket the other guard. That's just down. Okay, we can attack. I was hoping he would assassinate, but he didn't come close enough. I don't know if I've got time to get to the other guy. So he's going to turn around now. If we watch his pattern, hopefully we'll know if he's going to turn or not. No reflex shot needed. We can attack, but we can't assassinate. You can whistle, I can whistle, can't I? Cool. Thank you for that. We don't whistle in the RPG ones, other than call a horse. Not for any particular reason, I just don't. So thank you for that, reminding me that we can whistle. Right, we need to pickpocket. We got the key. So I need to remember to pickpocket to whistle more. It's definitely, I think, going to come in handy. It's so much I just don't remember from playing the RPG era. The RPG era is so different. You can't reload checkpoints. You reload your saves, although you can in Origins because it's auto-save.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin?
Right, well, this is the guy. That's Benjamin Franklin.
And all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for
No,
protection.
Benjamin Church. Sorry, wrong person.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now, What shall we do about our guest?
I'm assuming we've got to save him.
Maybe. I take his hands. Put an end to his surgering. Maybe. I take his tongue. Put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I take his cock. Put an end to his fucking us.
Bit of swearing involved there.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
Now, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
Well, I'm assuming we're going to have to save
You'll
him.
regret this, Silas. Do you hear me? I'll have your head.
No. I rather think you won't.
Still a minute. I gotta decide where to start. A little bit from here.
We've got to assassinate him and his men without being detected.
Myself a nice keepsake, I will. You are absolutely mad.
Well, that's
Just
one.
like all good artists, you're a ruffian. Commoner's dirt. I'm proud of it. You must be so very proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on me work. Maybe you'll get lucky and pass out. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen.
There we go. We did it. You actually have some missions with Benjamin. Assassin's Creed Rogue. Okay.
Who are you?
The aim is eventually we are going to try and play all the old games as well. As much as we can.
I don't understand.
I'm not guaranteeing an order though, that's the thing. We may not play them in order, but some of the older games are fantastic, the story involved. Like I say, the controls are simple. Fighting's a lot simpler than it is in the RPG era, but we're so not used to it, it's a little bit harder at the minute. So I think thanks to Super Columby's hints and tips, we have got 100% fully synchronised. What did you push me for? I didn't do anything. Yeah, we're fully synchronised. There is also... There's an almanac. This is one of the letters we need to grab. Where's it gone? See, the one thing I hate is these flying things. In all Assassin's Creed games. I don't know where it's gone. I think I lost it. Yeah, we definitely lost it. I don't know where it's gone. They're my biggest bugbear, the flying things. Valhalla was the same. I wasn't a fan of Valhalla either. Okay, so I missed that. It will come back. Okay, what time are we on for? We're okay for a little while. Let's start. Let's have a look at another mission. Yeah, I hate the flying papers as well. They're frustrating. Valhalla's weren't as bad as they have been. Do you know the worst ones are the shanties? You go behind it and it will just fly to you. That's not a bad shout. The shanties in Black Flag, they were frustrating.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you
Well,
see.
he cleaned up fairly well. He's got a little bit of scratch in his nose.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his
But yeah, I'll try going behind it next time, Super Columby.
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the king's troop, in charge of the Southgate fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
Here we go. Go and recruit someone else. It's a little band of merry men, it seems. Right, and this is where we start the mission. So yeah, there's a bit I've got to definitely get used to.
State your business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
Do we look like new recruits, really?
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
Oh, it is a commissioned officer. That's how we're allowed to get in here. So they know him as an officer. But yeah, our uniform, what we're wearing, kind of gives us away.
Pitcairn, you fool! Your acts are treacherous. Give me one good reason. I shouldn't kill you right now.
Right, this is the guy we're after.
Were you planning to announce yourself, or did you hope my men wouldn't notice your arrival?
If you'll allow me to explain.
Ho ho! By all means. I should like very much to hear this.
I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders.
Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
I have no such thing. The nature of my work, sir,
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Haytham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
The devil's work, no doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
We're literally just going to walk away then?
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
And to think I used to call him brother.
What now? They'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. As luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
What are you planning?
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
You'll see.
Right, we need to tail the Braddock's patrol.
You're to distract Braddock's patrol and lure them into a dead end.
But we do need to stay undetected.
In today's Boston Gazette. Where shall we head next?
Perhaps down Marlborough.
No. Its residents are too content. Their homes are nice, their days untroubled.
What of Lynn or Ship Street?
Yes. Those fresh arrived are often soon in dire straits. They're more likely to seize upon an opportunity to fatten their purses and feed their young.
So we're just tailing them, but while staying undetected. I'm following Charles's kind of his pattern at the minute.
Now.
Right, he's gonna take them to a dead end.
Oi! You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fie on you and your false war!
After him!
Follow the lead to ambush the patrol. Down here. Okay. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated.
You again.
Let us go. And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
Looks like we're fighting. I haven't got my sword active either. I've got to perform a kill streak as well. I'm getting my butt kicked a little bit. I failed because I didn't prevent a snitch calling reinforcements.
I stay my hand today because you were once my
So
brother.
I've actually failed one of the side missions of that.
Or should our paths ever cross again? All debts.
And I believe it means I've got to go back when we finish the whole game
You're free now, John.
to redo that bit.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying
I assume
broken
you've good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
But yeah, I think I got a free kill streak, but I didn't prevent someone running away to get people back. No, so there we go. We can replay the mission using the DNA tracker menu to achieve full synchronization. Good evening, D-Man. How are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. We're finishing very shortly, to be fair. Okay, I'm going to try and get that paper without it flying away from me. I wonder. Oh, it's flying. I lost sight of it a second time. That's twice I tried to catch that one and twice I failed miserably. I tried to get in front of it that time and obviously, once again, missed it. You're back from work. What's it like playing Odyssey? It's different, very much different. So, Assassin's Creed 3 we got remastered. We got it free as part of the Odyssey season pass. So, because we're waiting for Siege of Paris to come out on the 12th, we'd finished Origins yesterday evening, and all the DLC. I thought we'll do this. A couple of weeks, we've got time to hopefully get it finished, and hopefully get the platinum. And so the plan was to do this, and it is very different. Controls are very different. Everything you do is different. It's different. I know it sounds really odd. I want to know if so we messed up the last mission, and we can DNA tracker. So main mission sequence 1. We can zoom in. So we know we missed something here. So that was the bit we didn't do. So we can replay it. I want to try and get 100% as much as possible because for the platinum, we're going to need everything 100%ed. And since we are finishing the stream shortly, let's give it one more go at replaying. And see if we can get it to work. See if we can get 100% this time. I just thought, while we're here, let's give it a go. I don't know if we'll do this for all missions when we first fail a side objective. I think the aim will be... You do for the platinum, though. You do need to do all the side objectives for 100% for the platinum.
More kindling for the pyre, eh?
But we can skip the conversations. We've already done it. Yeah, we won't be able to get the platinum without
Did you
it.
forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
But we can skip this conversation. Oh, come on. He's walking too slowly. I didn't know we'd have to replay the whole thing. It's a little bit annoying. But yeah, if we want to get the platinum, we have to get 100% on all the DNA parts.
Were you planning to
Which will take time.
Or did you hope my men wouldn't notice your
If
arrival?
you'll allow me to explain.
I think it is it's harder than the later games, to be fair. We can skip the story because we've already done this bit. We're just trying to get the end of this mission done.
And to think I used to call him brother.
Yeah, I think the RPG era,
To steal Master
although they're
Picard.
longer,
What? You'll see.
they are...
When I give the signal, you're to distract
They're
Barrett's
longer,
patrol,
but
and you're then
they're
into a dead end.
easier in that respect as well. Whereas it's a lot more linear, and also obviously the older games, if you've played them, you'll know it's all about DNA's synchronization, and you can desynchronize so easily. One wrong shot, one wrong swing of your sword, you kill a civilian, you're done.
Where shall we head next? Perhaps down Marlborough? No. Its residents are too content.
So we're just got to tail these.
Days untroubled. What of Lynn or Ship Street? Yes.
Obviously we don't want to get detected,
Soon in dire straits. They're more likely to seize upon an
because that's a side mission as well.
and feed their young.
But we've got to stop anyone running away to call reinforcements. That's basically what we failed on. We've also got to kill 3 people. But yeah, I personally think the missions, to get 100% synchronization, I think with these is harder. The lack of a main map as well. Navigating is a little bit more difficult, I think.
Now.
Right, we're sending sending Charles to go and deal with them, and then we have this. I'll skip the conversation point. Then we need to tail them turning him, and then we need to. This is the bit we failed last time. Past the detection bit, that's fine. They're all running down here. Okay, this is a bit we can't let anyone escape this time. And I don't know how someone escaped last time. Right, one's off. One's running. One's running. Ah, I've lost it. We've desynchronized because the target was lost. I just saw him running out the corner. And I thought, okay, that's what we've got to be aware of. Someone runs. Where's this going to restart? Okay. I'm watching out for runners this time. Right, he's running. Press the wrong button. I don't think anyone's escaped this time, but I'm struggling a little bit. Right, I'm adamant no one's escaped this time. We are taking a few hits. Right, you're dead. There we go. No, we didn't prevent it. How did we not prevent it? I'm going to quickly reload last checkpoint because I'm hoping it'll bring us back to there before we go too far. We didn't prevent them calling reinforcements. So we know one's going to run off. It's stopping him sooner. Hopefully we don't need to redo the whole bit of conversation again. Nope. Right, okay. So I think I've actually killed the guy that runs off. Yeah, I think we did kill the guy. I think we did it. I think. I should have looted first, to be fair, for money.
Today because you were once my brother.
Let's see, hopefully. We've done it 100%, but that was a, what, third or fourth attempt?
You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on!
Whereas in the RPG era, you die, you have to redo it. But other than that, you can't fail.
Good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
Yeah, you can't fail an objective in the RPG era, really. It's you can die and that's about it. That's what makes it more difficult, is all these little extra things. Here we go, 100% synchronization, which was what we was after. I don't know why I've got a load. Okay, it's because I replayed it. That's why I've got that bit. So we want to go back to this bit. I can come out of that. Hopefully. Yes. That flying paper's there. I'm just going to see if we can grab it from this side. Did I get it? I think we got it. That was Super Colby's doing. That suggested we do that. So thank you very much for that Super Colby. Right, this works on an auto-save system. Admittedly. I'm hoping. If we have a look at the Animus database. I want to have a look at these almanac pages. Ships. Events. Other. Beggar's Opera. People, location, recent entries. These are all people. So I was trying to see if I could see what the entry was. It doesn't. I can't see the collectibles by the looks of it. Right, I believe we can leave. I'm hoping it's saved. Obviously, there's no manual save. It is only an auto. Oh, I have got a map. I was trying to find this previously and I couldn't find it. So we can actually look at things. There's letters mission. There's an interactive conversation there as well. So this is our logbook. This is the map. We can zoom out. So this, I don't know how big. All we know is we're in the East Coast, and that's it. So eventually, I'm assuming we'll travel a lot more around the East Coast, maybe some in the water, maybe. I zoomed out too far and they couldn't change it. So these are all viewpoints we've not synced, so we can't actually see this part of Boston, because that's the area we're in. There's quite a few viewpoints. That's a store we can go and buy new things. That's another of the almanacs, tavern. We've not signed that viewpoint, and there's an interactive conversation there, and a courier mission. So there's lots of missions and things to find, which I'm looking forward to. So this was the almanac we just got. Collect the volumes of Poor Richard's almanac to find the missing pages, and we've done 1 so far. That's our collectibles list. So it's massively different to what we're used to, but with everything you can always get used to it, can't you? That's the thing. Right, I believe that should be saved where we are. It should have saved after we got the almanac paper. So I think we're good to go. But yeah, that is our little start of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. As I say, the bundle, I didn't realise it was a bundle when we did it. But you've got Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, Assassin's Creed Liberation, plus the DLC as well. So there's quite a bit to do. There's quite a bit to see. And I like the way it comes up with welcome and your name at the start screen. But if we just have a quick... I just want to have a look and show you something. So the actual game itself we've got. I can skip that at the minute. So Assassin's Creed Remastered, all good. Assassin's Creed Liberation. I don't know much about Liberation, but Assassin's Creed Liberation is also on there, which looks like you play as a girl. Yes, I got it as part of the season pass for Odyssey, which is why I thought we'd do it while waiting for Siege of Paris. As it's free, it's nice to go back and play the older games, and I plan to play them all at some point. So yeah, the plan is, while it was free, it was just the easiest one to start with, out of all the ones I've got. But yeah, it was absolutely free. I will say, first impressions, so we've done what, nearly 2.5 hours. First impressions, story's really interesting. Graphically, obviously, it's going to be down on the RPG era, but controls are different to what we're used to, and that we'll get used to them, but it will take a little bit of time. Remembering certain things, so in the RPG games you don't really need to whistle, as I tended not to. With this you do. Stealth definitely plays a big part. The eavesdropping missions and things like that, you have to be very careful. And all the little bonus side stuff to get 100% completion is going to be tricky. But it does mean, whilst it's tricky, it's going to be a challenge, and that's never a bad thing. I like a challenge. Obviously, free roam isn't the same, but as long as the story makes up for it, we're all good. And depending how much time we have between this one and Siege of Paris and how long it takes us to do, we can have a look at Liberation as well under DLC. Thanks, Kathy. Thank you very much, Kathy. Watch the CGI trailer. I'll have to have a look at the CGI trailer and have a look. Right. But that is it for tonight. Oh, that CGI trailer. Okay. Before we leave, we'll have a look at the CGI trailer. I didn't realise that was there. Let's have a look at the CGI trailer then. Yeah, I know. That's always the thing, isn't it? It's getting used to all these controls over and over again. So this is the CGI trailer for Assassin's Creed 3. I've seen this before, actually, thinking of it. But it's quite cool. Thank you, D-Man. Thank you very much.
I watch them
hopefully see you again soon.
And die in the name of freedom. They speak of liberty and justice, but for who?
How cool is this as a trailer? And this is just a trailer. So the Redcoats are the English trying to colonise the Americas.
On him!
They have guns. Here's a bow and arrow. And there's the Templar sigil. Look at that. So that's the trailer they released for the game itself. How cool is that? Yeah. So there's lots to do, lots to see, lots to find out about. Thank you all very much for joining us, and we will see you again. Ah, good point. I've just remembered. So Monday, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'll let people know on Discord at the minute. I'm still waiting to see if I'm having physio or not, so I don't know what's happening Monday. But I'll let people know on the Discord as soon as I know. But thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Enjoy your weekend, and thank you.